If it gets dark in here, I'm literally gonna cry, but it's raining, so ta-da! Here we go. Ah, tastes like orange bliss. It's not orange bliss, it's orange kiss. Hello, my shiny baes. Hello, my besties. Oh, okay. I did not post a monthly wrap-up last month. I did not post a monthly wrap-up last month. Let's let that sink in. Now, if you don't think that's a big deal, let me just tell you it is a huge deal. I post a monthly wrap-up every single month. That's why they're called monthly wrap-ups. I don't miss one. Sometimes I'm a little late, okay, because we all know I am not a reliable person, but I've never missed one. However, let me explain myself as to why I missed it. All I read in the month of, wait, we're in September. This is September's wrap up plus August. Wait. All I read in the month of August was Zodiac Academy. That's all. So then by the end of the month, I was like, oh, let me fill my wrap up. And then I looked and I was like, I have nothing to talk about in this wrap up because that's all I read. So I decided to combine August and September and throw in some other books in there. So I have different things to talk about and not just sitting here telling you about Zodiac Academy since I've been posting vlogs back to back to back. So you're welcome. That was just actually me being kind and considerate. So stop yelling at me. Anyway, if you are new, monthly wrap-ups are basically where I just tell you every single thing I read during the month. I give you my star rating. I tell you a little bit about each book and what I thought. No spoilers in any of these videos, of course. And today we're combining August and September. How many books did I read? Too many. I don't even fucking know. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I read 23 plus 2 novellas. Yeah. Well, one was a DNF. Okay, we're gonna discuss. How you guys been? I missed you so deeply. I haven't seen you in a couple days. I miss you when you're not around. Do you miss me? Same. I'm glad we're on the same page. It's twilight weather outside, y'all. It's like, weather. Okay, monthly wrap up. Here we go. I'm going to start off with Zodiac, y'all, just so that I can get that fully out of the way. I spent all of August and September binging this series. And when I say binging, I mean this series has taken over my livelihood and my well-being. I've been posting spoiler vlogs for the series. And okay, I have something I want to ask you, and you guys tell me your little opinions down below. So I've been posting spoiler vlogs of Zodiac, and the final one either should be coming or already came after this video came about. I am not really sure, but there are 4 parts, okay? And obviously there's spoilers because I kind of wanted to fully talk about it with you guys. So only the people that have read it are watching it, or the people that don't mind spoilers, which is completely okay. However, I know a lot of you haven't read it and a lot of you want like non-spoiler, and I wanted to please everyone. So I was thinking that maybe possibly after all 4 parts are up, if they're up right now, I was thinking of grabbing it all, kind of cutting all the spoilers and then posting a non-spoiler full video, just one part. It'll be like probably a little long, but not that long since it won't be spoilers. And then the people that haven't read it can still watch. What do you guys think? For the people that haven't read it, would you guys want to see that? Or are you just like, Larry, let it go, we don't care, you know? So let me know your opinion on that. Anyway, I have been reading Zodiac Academy. I decided to dive into, oh God, this is gonna be, okay, hold on, yo. Here we go. This is where my gym bro vibes come into work. There it is, ooh, yeah! Okay, so this is the full Zodiac Academy, guys, screenshot if you want the full order. Here it is, the full fucking thing, and this. Yeah, no, like that adds up. That adds up. Like, of course that happened because we can never have nice things. Like that makes so much sense. It's okay. It's okay. Not all of them fell. It's fine. What order is it? Did I even get the right? It's fine. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Okay, so Zodiac Academy. Screenshot this if you want the full order of Zodiac. Okay. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, actually, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'll be back. Hey, welcome back from that little commercial break we just had. Nothing went wrong. Everything is actually fine. I just wanted to take a commercial break because I'm a professional and I know that professionals need commercial breaks. Anyway, I hope you screenshotted that because I'm not picking all those up again. I'm just simply not. Anyway, I read all of the Zodiac Academy for the past 2 months. I've been binging them. I have been living, breathing, sleeping, and eating Zodiac, okay? Like I walk down the street and I see Zodiac Academy characters. I sleep and I dream of Zodiac Academy people. Like I literally get mad at Giant because he's not a character from Zodiac Academy. I get mad at Lauren because I'm like, that's not very Geraldine Gruss of you, you know? And she's like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, one of my favorite characters from Zodiac Academy. You know, like I've been completely removed from my life because of Zodiac Academy. And now listen, that sounds so exaggerative. And I hate trying to explain this because to a normal person, that sounds weird. But I am so physically and emotionally obsessed that I have not read anything else ever since. I'm probably just gonna take a little week or two break and then go back into it, you know, because I've been struggling. It's like one of those series, there's different like styles for me, like of obsessions of 5 stars, right? Some 5 stars, I'm like, oh my God, this book was so good. I really enjoyed it. It was such good writing, such good characters, something I'm going to think about for the rest of my life, but it's not gonna dictate my well-being, right? Then there are some like Boys of Tommen and Zodiac and Akatar, things like that, that I just physically cannot imagine my life without them. And I think about them 24/7 and I can't move on. It's basically why Taylor wrote Right Where You Left Me. It is about that feeling. So with that being said, I am obviously going to recommend Zodiac Academy to you, but beware of that feeling because it will happen. And I don't wish that feeling upon my worst enemy. Honestly, I don't have many enemies, but if I had an enemy, I wouldn't wish it upon them. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you which ones I think you should read and the order that I think you should go in. Listen, I will say, I read the entire thing and there are two novellas and one book of like full short stories and then one book that is a retelling of the first book. Let me explain. I don't think you need to read those. I really don't. And that's coming from somebody that read the entire thing. And I can tell you that everything that happens in those is not that important. It's just extra material. So if you want to, if you love the characters and you really want to go through it, read that screenshotted order that you got from the beginning of this video that we're going to hope you got. If not, I'll tell you which ones I really think you should read and that you have to read. You have to go in order because it also won't make any fucking sense. So book number 1 is Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. This is where you start and essentially it just sets everything up, okay? I'm only gonna tell you about this book because the other ones, I don't wanna spoil anything for you. But it is a academy, that's right. Basically picture like Hogwarts, but with more different creatures, like not just wizards, with everything, okay? There's wolves, there's vampires, there's minotaurs. I don't even know if there's minotaurs. There's sirens, there's dragons, there's just all different kinds of fae, okay? And there's these 2 twins, Tori and Darcy. And they figure out that they are in fact fae and must go to Zodiac Academy to reclaim their throne because they are in fact princesses of this place called Solaria, which is where Zodiac Academy is located, okay? So they go, and of course, a lot of people have problems with them coming in and just taking the crown and just, you know, coming in for the throne and joining the academy and starting to learn all about their lives when they haven't been there the entire time. They've literally lived in the mortal world until this moment, okay? So that is essentially the thing that it follows, okay? You have so many characters, you're gonna meet all of them and all of them start getting POVs. The first book is only told from the sisters' POVs, but in every book afterwards, you're gonna get everybody's POV and you're gonna get the best found family and you're gonna be so obsessed with these characters, you're going to quite literally not be able to imagine your life without them. And I do not say that lightly. Anyway, so book number 1 is Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. I did rate this one 3 stars because the first book is not that good. I am gonna tell you, when you read the first book, you're not gonna be invested. You're not gonna be very into it, but you do need to read it because it sets everything up. But 3 stars for The Awakening. Read this one first. Then you're going to book number 2, which is Ruthless Fae. This one I rated 4 stars because I started to be a little bit more involved in the characters and understand them a little more. Then you read book number 3, The Reckoning. Now this is where I started to be very obsessed because I rated this one 4.5. I was like, oh, 4 stars isn't enough. I'm actually getting very invested in this. What the fuck? 4.5. And then it went downhill from there. Those were pretty much my only steady, normal person moments. And from then on, everything went to chaos. Then you read book number 4, Shadow Princess, and I rated this one 5 stars, yeah. Then you read book number 5, Cursed Fates, and I also rated this one 5 stars. Yeah. Now, at this moment, for the people that want to read the novellas, this is where I would say for you to read the 2 little novellas that they have, which is kind of like you taking a break. It doesn't go in order. Like literally all of those that I just told you go in order. And then these novellas are just extra material. So if you don't want to read it, I really, really, really don't think you should. But if you want some extra material of the characters, you want to see some extra stuff, you can. I didn't rate them because they're novellas. It's the Big ASS Party and then Origins of an Academy Bully. Again, they're just extra materials on the characters. Not necessary, but you can. No rating for this. Now for my girlies that want to continue just reading the series without the novellas, this is where you would go to number 6, Fated Throne. I also rated this one 5 stars. Yeah. Another little deviation, okay? If you want to read book number 1, again, but told by different characters, this is when you would do so, okay? It's The Awakening as told by the boys, and it's technically book 1.5, but I do not suggest you read it after book 1 because it kind of spoils a little bit of stuff for you. So if you are going to read it, I would say read it after book 6 because that's when it was published, but it's another thing that is not really necessary. I read it, of course, because I do love the character so much, and I still rated it 4 stars, but it is not necessary. Then you're still following the same timeline. You go into book 7. Okay, this is Heartless Sky. I rated this 5 stars. Is anybody shocked? No. Now this is where things get a little tricky, okay? Because you're gonna tandem read means you read 2 books at the same time, okay? It's book 8 and book 8.5. You will tandem read Sorrow and Starlight with Beyond the Veil. A lot of people read Sorrow and Starlight and then read Beyond the Veil. I do not recommend you doing it that way because this was the best way I've ever read a book before. Like reading both of them at the same time got you to have POVs from different characters during the same timeline, okay? So it's like very important that you do the tandem read. I think if you just read book 8, you're going to miss so much. You're going to be so fucking sad because you're not going to get the characters from here. Just trust me on this. Here's the tandem read order that you should go in. I'm putting it right here so that you guys can screenshot it. You can also find it on Reddit, on Google, on TikTok, I'm sure. But both of these together are 100% 5 stars. I don't know if I would have rated this one 5 stars had I read it after this one. So Sorrow and Starlight and then Beyond the Veil, 5 stars, yeah. Then if you want some more short stories, you would read this, which is Live and Let Lionel. Literally, these are just like short stories from all the different characters. There's like a couple pages for each character. Again, not necessary. There is a story I really liked in this one, which is the last one, because it's one of my favorite characters and it's something really funny, but it's not, again, not something you need. I did not rate this because it's short stories. Short stories. Anyway, and then the final book, you have Restless Stars, book number 9. I rated this one 5 stars. Okay, let me explain to you guys. I rated the entire series 5 stars. This is probably one of my favorite series of all time. This has become my new series that I'm going to tell you guys about 24/7. You know that every day of my life that I possibly can, I recommend to you Boys of Tommen. I recommend to you Adika Calloway, Magnolia Parks, Akatar, okay? Zodiac has joined that. Zodiac has joined. It is my new personality. I already have my tattoos planned. Just you wait, they're coming. Yeah, I have tattoos for all those books that I just mentioned, and Zodiac is gonna join. I just cannot explain to you, like, these characters, you start to get to know them when they're like, they don't have a lot of character development. They're very, you know, naive, young, mean, like it has bully romance in these. Like a lot of it you fucking hate in the beginning. And then you see these characters grow and you go through their lives with them and you start to go through battles with them and you start to like go through all this like magic and amazing stuff and amazing romances and amazing friendships and amazing found family. And I just cannot explain how much I love this fucking series. I really can't. I cried in every single book. It takes you through it. Let me be honest. Like you are going to want to die half the time. You're literally going to want to die because these like fucking authors, let me just tell you, I've never read anything by them before. And they will like take you through like peace for 90% of the book. And then the last like 100 pages are absolute fucking chaos. Absolute chaos. Everything that could possibly go wrong, it does. It really does. Everything you can imagine going wrong happens, but also everything you want to happen, they give it to you as well. So just letting you guys know, and it does have an amazing, amazing ending. So take it from me. Please, please, please read this series. If you ever listen to me, let it be about this, about Boys of Tommen. Please, 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 please. Okay? It is incredible. I guarantee it's going to change your life. If you're looking for that feeling that Boys of Tommen gives you, this is the series for you, but make it fantasy. Just get through the first book because like I said, the first book's not very good, but then you will start to get obsessed. And then by the end, you're just not gonna know what to do with yourself. Trust me. Now, also, a lot of people, let me just tell you, they do this thing where they read Zodiac with also Zodiac's like prequel and Zodiac's sequel, which is like Ruthless Boys. It's a Why Choose series. So they like read it after book 4 or something like that. If you want that order, you guys just Google it. I did not do that, and I was not planning on doing that. I did not miss anything. I did meet characters that I absolutely love, and they're the ones that are going to be in those other series. So I will read them eventually just because I love those characters, but you do not need to read them with Zodiac. I feel like people make it so fucking complicated to the point that it seems overwhelming because they give you those novellas and they give you those different sequels and prequels, and then you don't want to read it because you're like, okay, that's like 30 fucking books. Trust me, all you need to read are the ones that I told you. I'm gonna go through it one more time, okay? For the people that just want what they need to read. Book 1, The Awakening, Speed Run. Book 2, Ruthless Fae. Book 3, The Reckoning. Book 4, Shadow Princess. Book 5, Cursed Fate. Book 6, Fate of Throne. I'm actually just gonna show you. I don't know why I was going through all of that. I'm just gonna show you the exact ones if you want to read just the ones you need. It's because I feel like it gets really complicated for no fucking reason at all. So screenshot this. I will be able to hold these because it's not gonna be that many. Hold on, I got you. I got you. And don't forget to tandem read 8 and 8.5. Hold on. Okay. So if you want to read Zodiac and you don't want to be fucking going back and forth between a million different series and reading a bunch of different novellas and a bunch of different things that you don't need, if you wanted to just go in chronological order and it'll tell you everything, read it like this. There you go. Screenshot that. How's that? I'll smile. So that is the order I recommend. And then if you want, go back and read novellas, read all the other stuff, you can. Okay, there you go. Whew, I've been talking about Zodiac forever, but anyway, if you guys want to see a non-spoiler version of this, of all 4 parts, and you are really interested in that, I will edit that and give it to you guys. Just let me know. If you don't care, then let me know that too. Let us move on to the other books I read. That's why I didn't do a wrap up, because it was quite literally just gonna be that. And then I was gonna be like, okay, have a great day. Also, I read all of those on Kindle. I feel like I need a little pick me up. Lately, my throat has been hurting from talking so much. I'm such a yapper. Like, guys, I realized recently that I'm a yapper and that I'm boring on here because all I do is just film the same stuff. I'll just give you a bunch of reading vlogs. So I've came to both of those realizations, that I'm loud, a yapper, and boring. What the fuck? Don't worry, I'll change. No, I won't. Let's be fucking honest. I really won't. Okay, anyway, next I read The Fiancé Dilemma by Elena Armis. I read the paperback to this one because it was an ARC. It did come out July 30th, but I read it extremely fucking late. I just realized. I didn't realize I read it that late. What the fuck? Okay, anyway, I enjoyed this one. This one was a cozy, fun little time, okay? This is the second book after the American, no, that's not right. Not the American Roommate Experiment. The other one, The Long Game? Yes, The Long Game comes first, and then this one comes. They're interconnected standalones. You don't need to read it, but they do follow characters in the same town. So if you want to read The Long Game and then read this one, you definitely can. I like The Fiancé Dilemma better than The Long Game. I don't like The Fiancé Dilemma as much as I love The Spanish Love Deception. I think that one is just always going to be my top Elena Armis book, but I will read everything this woman writes because it's just fun. It's just a fun, jolly old time. You know, it doesn't change my life, but I don't need it to. So this book follows Matthew and Josie, and I'm pretty sure it's not dual POV, if I'm not mistaken. Are you dual POV? I don't think you are. You're not, are you? No, you're not. You are not. Okay, she's not dual POV. Basically, Josie lives in this small town and she one day tells people that she in fact has a fiance, okay? Because she has been engaged many times and she's getting kind of dragged for being engaged so many times because she's engaged 4 different times. And she's like, no, don't worry. Like, I have a steady guy right now. We're gonna get married. This one's gonna last. Don't you guys worry. And who's that guy? Her sister's best friend, Matthew, who Josie doesn't even really know that well. So it is a fake dating, fake fiance kind of thing. It is small town, and that's quite literally all I remember about it. Something I really remember that I loved is, if you guys have been following me for a long time, if you guys know this, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you. So when I read The Spanish Love Deception like 3 years ago, I named a coffee after the main guy of that book, the Aaron Blackford, okay? Which is like my favorite. It's like an iced white chocolate mocha. It's so fucking good. And I named it that because I used to get that coffee every single fucking day of my life, okay? And I named it the Aaron Blackford. And now in this book, just you guys wait. Just you guys wait. Oh, let me find it. I don't know where it's gonna be.
One eternity later.
I am literally ashamed to admit how long that took me to find. Like, it literally is right at the beginning. Anyway, on page 54, for those of you keeping count at home, she's at a coffee shop, and because the girl in this book, she owns a local coffee shop. How fucking cute is that in a small town? Love. Anyway, she's at a coffee shop, and this woman asks her for her order, and she says, venti iced white chocolate mocha, no whip, sweet cream foam, extra caramel drizzle. That's my Aaron Blackford. Anyway, that's so besides the point. I just think that's cute. I just think that's really adorable that Elena put it in here. Wow. That's my order. That doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, wow, that took me so fucking long to find that I lost complete track of what was going on. I was telling you about this book. It is a small town. It is a fake dating situation. It is very like, both of them are very cute and sunshiny. Like there's not really a grumpy sunshine situation here. Like Matthew's so kind and attentive and caring. I feel like he doesn't give that grumpy, like, get away from me book boyfriend kind of vibe. And Josie's also the same way. So they match each other's energy perfectly. And it really works because he's the one that is more committed and she's the one that's a little bit more jumpy and scared. And like at any moment she could run away. And I just thought it was a great dynamic. The book was really fun and the characters were really, really funny, especially Josie. So I had a good time. Like I said, it did not change my life, but it was a fun time nonetheless. So I rated The Fiancé Dilemma 4 stars and I read this paperback. Then I read Face Off by Chelsea Curto. Yo, I've been meaning to tell you guys about this book for as long as I read it. Okay, I've been waiting for a wrap-up moment. I've been waiting for the moment that I can talk to you about it because I need you all to go run and read this book. First of all, it's on Kindle Unlimited, so you have nothing to lose. Second of all, it is so good. Unexpectedly good. Listen to me, okay? It follows 2 hockey players, Maverick and Emmy, and it is dual POV, and they are both on a professional hockey team. Both of them, okay? Like she is literally the only woman on said professional hockey team and she joins this team and he's like the playboy for the team. He is always fucking around. He never is taken seriously. He doesn't have a relationship, but he falls so hard for my girl Emmy. Oh my goodness, I ate this book up. If you're in a slump, I think this book is perfect for that. The found family in it is so great because every guy in that hockey team is amazing. And I think that they're all gonna get books. I'm not really sure. Only this one's out as of right now, but I am so obsessed. Like Maverick and Emmy are so cute. The spice was amazing. The romance was amazing. The found family was amazing. Like everything about it, I really ate up. It wasn't the kind of book that I'm like, oh, okay, 5 million stars. I'm going to think about this every day. But it definitely was a great time. And it was a book that I could not put down. Like I stayed up until like 4 a.m. reading it. And that doesn't happen to me much. So that's how you know it's good. Chelsea Curto did her damn thing. This is the only book I've read by her, but I can vouch for this one. I really can. So Face Off, I rated this one 4.5. I highly recommend. If you're looking for a sports romance, if you're looking for a bit of like a friends with benefits situation, if you're looking for romance, but also spice and also friendships, trust me, Face Off, 4.5. Then in between Zodiac, I was struggling a bit, okay? Like I had read 5 Zodiac books and I was sad. My life was being ruined a bit, okay? So I decided to read 2 of my favorite mafia romances again. So I reread Twisted Emotions and Twisted Pride by Cora Riley. I don't reread much, but these just, I had to do it, okay? I was thinking about them 24/7 for some reason, and I just really wanted to get back into that universe. So I reread both of these. I rated Twisted Emotions 5 stars when I first read it, and I rated Twisted Pride 4.75 stars. Yeah, so the ratings stayed the same. I'm not changing the ratings, but these are 2 of my favorite mafia romances. They follow the Las Vegas Mafia, and they follow 2 different brothers. They are the only 2 in the series that I'm like obsessed with. The other ones, I don't really love all that much. So if you want to just read these, I would recommend you doing that. Twisted Emotions is Nino and Kiera, and this one is an arranged marriage, dual POV. And then Twisted Pride follows Nino's brother, Ramo, and it's Ramo and Serafina. And this one is a kidnapping. Also dual POV. Anyway, it was just a fun little time, okay? I just went and reread these for the hell of it all. So 5 stars for Twisted Emotion, 4.75 for Twisted Pride. And I'm very glad I reread it because I really needed it in those moments of Zodiac like killing me. I needed a little bright light at the end of the tunnel, and that was mafia dark romances. It always is. Also in between Zodiac, I read Passenger Princess by Morgan Elizabeth. I read this one on my Kindle as well, if I'm remembering correctly. This one is so much fun. If you like Twisted Games by Anna Huang, and if you like Rec and Daisy from Addicted Calloway, I think you would like this book, okay? It is grumpy sunshine, forced proximity, bodyguard and like pageant queen, age gap, he falls first, spicy rom-com. Okay, it has everything that you would want. I haven't read a Morgan Elizabeth book in quite some time. The first one I read was 'Tis the Season for Revenge. And then after that, I tried like 3 different other ones and it didn't really hit for me. So I stopped, but then I saw this one and it was the perfect timing for me, okay? Like I had just come from very serious, sad books. So I needed something light. I needed something fun and quick. And this was it, okay? You have Ava and you have Jamie and she wins a pageant. She wins like one of those like Miss Americana, whatever. Miss Americana, that's Taylor Swift. Miss Ohio or whatever the fuck. You know those pageants that they have? I don't know much about them, but she wins one of those. And she has to go on like a road trip all throughout the United States doing kind of like a tour, a press tour for for this thing, but she gets a lot of hate mail. She gets a lot of scary situations in her DMs and shit. So they hire her a little bodyguard to keep her safe and also to kind of to keep her in check. And that bodyguard is Jamie, our grumpy MMC, okay? This was so fun. If you like Grumpy Sunshine, if you like spice, if you like age gap, if you like bodyguard queen kind of trope, this is the one. I'm telling you, they reminded me a lot of Reese and Bridget, and they reminded me a lot of Reich and Daisy. So this was really, really, really fun. And she's hilarious. So I was cackling with her the whole time. And he's funny, even though he tries not to be. You guys know. You guys know the drill with those grumpy men. Yes, I highly recommend this one. And this one was on Kindle Unlimited too. It's another one that's not going to change you, but you don't need that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need books 24/7 that are going to absolutely blow us away. They could just be fun. They could just be a good little time. And that's what this was. Did I tell you what I rated it? I don't think I did. I rated it 4 stars. Oh, I don't want to talk about this one. I'm scared and I'm sad. Okay, so I did something stupid, and this was all on me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me get closer. I did something silly. I was in a silly, goofy mood, okay? And in between Zodiac, I said, oh, let me read another fantasy. That makes no sense because Zodiac is fantasy, okay? Zodiac's not only fantasy, but it is a huge series. Why did I think I could read this in between? Okay, this is Quicksilver by Kelly Hart. And I was like, I want to read this and I want to read it now. And no one can stop me. So I started, okay? I got, I think, about 40% into this book or 50% into this book. And then I stopped because I realized I was really, really bored and my mind was just on Zodiac. And that is why I DNF'd this for now. This is a soft DNF. Of course, I'm not going to rate it because it's a DNF. But when I say soft DNF, I mean I'm going to come back to it, right? In October, I want to say like 2nd or 4th or something, there's an audiobook for this coming out, and I want to do an immersive reading kind of experience where I listen to the audiobook and I read it on my Kindle also. I love doing that. If you guys like have trouble concentrating and if you guys want to, you know, read and make sure that you are paying attention, doing the audiobook at the same time that you're reading the physical book is really, really helpful for my girlies that can't concentrate. It helps me a lot. So I want to do an immersive reading experience and I want to listen to the audiobook while I'm reading Quicksilver again. And so I'm going to go back to it. Don't you guys worry, because I feel like this is the perfect book for me. Like, this is the perfect romantasy. It had everything. Like, it had the grumpy villain kind of guy. It had the badass girly who figures out she's in a land full of fays. Like, it has everything, okay? Why did I not enjoy? Because of my own fault. I'm the problem, it's me. Because I read it during Zodiac. So I'll be back for this. Soft DNF. I don't even want to tell you about it yet because I can't vouch for anything considering I, you know, didn't finish, but I'm so excited. Like, oh, look at this. Never forget, monsters thrive best in the dark. Commit all you read here to memory. Prepare for war. Dun, 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 dun. And there's a pronunciation guide. I'm not gonna lie, when I read this, I was utterly confused. Utterly confused because what are these names? Like Taylina. Namn Shukrai. Where do I live? Namn Shukrai. Lorith. Dianthus. There's also a map. I love fantasy book maps. I never look at it again, but it's so fun. Especially when I like start to get to know the land and then I know where I am. Like, I know I'm here. I'm in Winter Palace, you know? And then I know that right next door, there's Olin Lands. I don't know what that is, but I know it's right next door to me. And there's the Wicked Woods. Like, oh, I really want to love this. So I'm going to come back to it and I'll let you know. If I try it again and I don't like it, then it's not my fault anymore. Okay. But this is solely on me. This book is very popular. I just read it at the wrong time. So soft DNF for now. The last 5 books in this wrap up, I listened to every single one of these. So I listened to all of them on Audible. Let me tell you about them. Okay, first up, I did Was I Ever Here by Naomi Loud. This is the first book in a trilogy by Naomi Loud, and I could not tell you a single fucking thing about it. I really couldn't, and that's because I didn't like it. When I don't like a book, it flees my memory. Like, it runs away from me, physically runs away. It follows Sunny and oh yeah, I remember Byzantine. I remember being like, what the fuck kind of name is that? His name's Byzantine. It follows Byzantine and Sunny, and it's dual POV, and I listened to it, and it was a book I listened to, and I rated it 2.5 stars because I hated it, okay? It had no redeeming qualities for me. I don't know what it was about it. I just didn't like it. My mom loved it though, so this might just be me. I think it's like lovers through different, like I think they've been lovers for years. What is it? What is it about? Hold on. I'll get to the bottom of this. Hold on.
Hello, Gigi.
Eureka.
Yes.
What is this book about?
This book is this guy that gets almost killed in the beginning of the book, and that triggers his memory to a past life. So he remembers his past life, and he remembers that he deeply loved one person, and that person, he loves in many reincarnations, and he doesn't, and he knows that he needs to find this person, and he can't. And he loves this person loves him, and one time it's as a man, and one time as a woman. Like, it doesn't matter who the person is reincarnated as, is the soul. Like, they're soulmates. So beautiful. This book is beautiful.
Okay, there you go. That's what this book is about. So, like I said, my mom loved it. I hated it. I rated it 2.5 stars. Okay.
I hate you.
Bye-bye.
How dare you hate my book?
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye. Love you.
I love you. Okay, there you go. That's what this book is about. This man being reincarnated and falling in love with his soulmate a million times, I guess. I didn't like it. I am going to read the rest of the trilogy. Like, I do want to listen to the rest. The other people, like, there's 2 other guys that get books, and I feel like I'm going to like those. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset for this. I don't know. I like to give books the benefit of the doubt. Like, I like to think that it is the time that you read it in. So I don't want to tell you, like, don't fucking read this. It's bad. Because, for instance, my mom liked it. You know what I mean? It was just me. I didn't like it. And I didn't, okay? I really didn't. It was bad to me. But reading is subjective. So you guys read it if you want. But I don't think you should. Then I read The Boyfriend Goal by Lauren Blakely. I did an ad for this book on TikTok, and I was like, I must listen to it immediately. Like, I want to see if this is going to be a book for me before I do that. And oh my God, I fucking really liked it. I had never read anything by Lauren Blakely before. And I will say, I want to read more of her books. This, don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you. It is so spicy. It is so spicy, okay? This book, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't really know. Like, it seems right up my alley, you know? Let me read it. Let me make sure I like it before I do this ad. Let's see. Ate it up. Shocked to my core because of how spicy it was, okay? Again, not one of those life-changing books, but a book that was really fun, and it was right when I needed it. This follows Wesley and Josie, and it is dual POV, and he is her brother's teammate on the hockey team. Yeah, there's this one scene that I absolutely love. They're going for ice cream, and he's like, oh, let me taste your ice cream, and then he tries it, like, from her spoon, and then afterwards he asks to taste it again, and she's like, okay, here's the spoon. And he doesn't take it and he kisses her instead. And I think that's really cute. Okay, I really liked this book. I rated it 3.5 stars. I liked the audiobook a lot and it was very, very spicy, like I said. So if you want to try Lauren Blakely, give this one a try. And then I might read some of her other books and see the vibes because I really did enjoy that one. Then I listened to Wild Eyes by LZ Silver. I had read the arc to this a couple months ago. I don't really remember when. And the audiobook, I was like, I want to listen to it as soon as it comes out. So it came out and I listened to it. So that is why we're here, because I'm talking about the books I listen to. This is the second book in the Rose Hill series. The first one's Wild Love. The second one's Wild Eyes. I think Wild Eyes is so much better. If you don't like Wild Love, maybe try Wild Eyes. It might be for you because I feel like a lot of people didn't like Wild Love. I liked Wild Love, but I remember when I first read it, I didn't like it. But then when I read it again, I did like it. So I don't really know what happened there to change my opinion, but this one I liked right away. The first time I read it and the second time I read it when I listened to it, it was just really fucking good. It follows Skylar and West and it's dual POV, and he is a single dad to 2 adorable little kids, and she is a pop star, literally world pop star, who comes into this small town to record an album, and she kind of just wants to go off the grid, okay? And she meets this single dad, and it is reverse Grumpy Sunshine. Like, she is very to herself. She's very hesitant to get to know people. She's very scared, I feel like, of life. And he's so sunshine. He loves everyone. He's like the best dad, the best friend, the best everything. And I just felt so fucking hard for him. And I loved the way she was the one that was a little bit like colder. I feel like if you like winter in Reckless, I feel like you could really like Skylar in Wild Eyes. I don't know. I just ate this book up. I loved the spicy scenes. I loved the romance scenes. I loved the small town. I loved the little kids. They added so much to it. I loved the songs because she's a singer. So like she's a singer. She looks so cute. Wrapped around his finger. What was I saying? She's a singer. So there are lyrics in this book. And I really liked that. It was so much fun. I rated this one 5 stars the first time I read it, and I'm just gonna stick to that. Yeah, now with listening to it. And you know what? I think it's a duet narration, if I'm not mistaken. And I love duet narrations. Let me see if it's duet narration. Please hold. Narrated by Teddy Hamilton and Savannah Peach. Oh no, it's not duet narration. It's just regular narration. Okay, well, I love it nonetheless. Duet narration is when, like, even if you're in his POV, if she has a line, that voice actor is going to be the one to do it. Like, the actress will do it and not him. If it's regular narration, if it's in his POV, he's going to read all of it. So he'll be like, she said, hi. But then if Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think you get it. Anyway, it's regular narration, but I loved it. And I love Teddy Hamilton. He's one of my favorite audiobook narrators. Along with Joseph Morgan. No! I knew I was gonna mess it up. Jacob Morgan. Then I listened to False Start by Candy Steiner. This is a book and the Red Zone Rival series by her. And you do not have to read them all in order, but they're all interconnected standalones. So you get to know this team, this football team in college. And this is after college. So they're already in the NFL. I was gonna say NHL. That's hockey. NFL. I know sports. This follows Kyle and Madeline, and it is dual POV. And Kyle and Madeline dated each other in high school. They were each other's first love. And things did not end very great. Okay? And now it is years later, and he becomes her client because she sells houses. And what are those people that sell houses? Like Phil Dunphy.
He's a realtor.
She's what is she? She's a house seller. Realtor. She's a realtor, and she becomes his realtor. So he becomes her new client, and they also start fake dating. And also she's a single mom. So there's a lot of different tropes in this. It is second chance, it is single mom, it is fake dating, it is sports romance. Yeah, this one was so mature. I feel like that series started off like very, not childish, but like very, they're in college, they're playing sports. Like it's just a fun little series. But this one felt different. This one felt mature in a different level. These characters felt much more grown and like there was much more at stake. Instead of just being like, oh, let's fake date in college, like a little, fun little thing. It was more serious than that. It was like, let's fake date in real life. It's still fake dating. But you get what I'm saying. Like she's a single mom. She has a lot to lose. Like there's a lot of very, very heavy topics in this book. Trigger warnings. There is, I think, I want to say, where are the trigger warnings? Where is it? Where are your trigger warnings? Because I think this one has domestic abuse, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it has subjects and themes of domestic violence and miscarriage in this book. So beware of that before going into it. That's what I mean. It has a lot more at stake, a lot more going on rather than just, I feel like, the college sports aspect that was in the other ones. So I really, really did enjoy that. And I didn't think I would because Kyle in the other books sucks. But in this one, he was fabulous. Make it make sense. We love growth. I rated this one 4 stars and I really enjoyed the audiobook. The last audiobook I listened to was The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. I told you guys that I was on my Ellen Hildebrand era, which is a lie. This is literally the second book I've read by her. I'm not on any era by any means, okay? But I want to read more books by her. So I listened to this because I wanted to watch the Netflix show. Did I listen to it? Yes. Have I watched the Netflix show yet? No. I literally watched like 3 episodes and then I haven't watched it since. Why did I do that? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to it. Anyway, this is about this wedding, and it's a wedding in Nantucket, and it's all the guests of said wedding and things that happen throughout the night because the maid of honor has died. So it is like a criminal kind of thing because they're trying to figure out who killed the maid of honor. It's like a whodunit. And then it's also you getting to know a bunch of different characters from said wedding and the guests and the bride and the groom and the different families and all this stuff. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it. They're the perfect couple about to have the perfect wedding until a shocking discovery reveals that nothing is ever as good as it seems. There you go. It's a wedding in Nantucket where someone dies and now they're trying to find out who killed them. Yeah, did I like this? Not very much. I rated it 3 stars. I liked it, but I expected for myself to love it because the first book I read by Ellen Hildebrand, I rated it 5 stars. And then this one, I rated 3 stars, which is still a good rating for me. A 3 stars, like a right in the middle. Like I enjoyed it. I really did. But I'm not going to be thinking about it until the end of time. But I just expected more out of this one, which is why I was a little disappointed. I just feel like the ending kind of lacked. Like it would have been a 4 star or higher, but the ending just really didn't do it for me. I feel like there was so much left unsaid. There was so many different characters I wanted more on, like to see what happened to them. Just kind of left me hanging in there. Like I got blue balled by this book. 3 stars, The Perfect Couple. That was my last listen. Wow, I've talked for so fucking long, y'all. My leg has fallen asleep. My leg has fallen asleep. Ooh, those are all the books I read in September and in August. I promise I will not forget to wrap up again. I didn't forget, just was only reading Zodiac, which is my new entire personality. You will hear me talk about this 24/7, and you mind your business. You let me talk, okay, because I love it that much. Okay, you guys have a great day. Let me know what you guys read. Let me know anything you want to let me know in the comments below. I love you. I love you. I love you.